What's good, everybody? Welcome to another video of Behind the IQ. You already know what it is, man. I'm your host, Chris, and this is my partner in crime, my co-host, Aaron. We have some breaking news with the All-Star reserves being announced. We just wanted to give you guys an announcement and our breakdown and our opinion. If there was any snubs that we think should have deserved to be in there, and if we think that the ones that they chose deserve their spot. So we just want to get your guys' opinion as well. So this is going to be our opinion, and I just want to know Aaron's breakdown on what he believes is, deserving of these All-Stars. So we got the East and the West. So out East, we have Donovan Mitchell coming in, Jalen Duren from the Pistons, Scotty Barnes from Toronto, Pascal Siakam from Indiana, Norman Powell from Miami, Pat from the Knicks, and Jalen Johnson from the Hawks. So, Aaron, we're going to start with the East.
Sorry, the East.
Give me a reaction, man. How do you feel?
How do I feel? I mean, I feel like they did pretty good in the East over there. Didn't get much of anything wrong in my opinion, except one guy. Um, and let's go down the list. They got Donovan Mitchell. He was a lock for sure. Jalen Johnson was a lock. Um, Jalen Duren, in my opinion, was a lock. He's averaging double double, great rim protection. He's on the number one seed in the East. I believe every number one seed should have two All Stars. Um, they were locks. Um, Norman Powell was having a career year. He's probably could have been one last year. So good thing that he got one this year. Pascal, he's a little iffy. Having a great year, yes, but a little iffy. Cat, I don't believe he deserves to be there this year. And then who's the other one I'm forgetting?
Jalen Johnson, Cat, Norman Powell, Siakam, Scotty Barnes,
Yeah,
Jalen.
Scotty Barnes. My fault. Scotty Barnes. I mean, he's leading his team to the fourth seed right now. He's playing out of his mind, rebounding tremendously well. He's kind of playing like a Jalen Johnson type of role, and he's doing extremely well at it. I mean, they're winning. They're playing winning basketball right now, and he's playing good defense. So, I mean, he was definitely a lock in my opinion. So, I believe the locks for me in the East were Mitchell, Scotty, Jalen Duren, and damn,
Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. I think those are my locks. Norm deserved to be there, so I'll keep him. But then, do you agree with that?
I definitely agree with the locks that you're talking about for sure. Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Duren, and Jalen Johnson for sure. Um, I would say there's some snubs on there for sure out
Yeah.
East.
I want to get to that in a
I
second.
was about to say, I want to get your opinion on who you think should have been in the Eastern West, the Eastern.
Well, I think only three guys in the East that maybe had a consideration that weren't made it. And I believe that's Brandon Ingram. He's the second hand man to Scotty Barnes. Maybe you could call him the first man out there. He's playing his best brand of basketball. He's healthy, averaging about 22, 5 and 3.5, shooting efficiently. Then you have Joel, and the biggest thing about Joel is the game threshold.
Yeah.
He played 28 games, and I want to talk about that later. Talk about that later when we get to the West, and you'll understand why. I mean, he's on a tear. I mean, he's averaging 26, 7, 4.5. He's shooting efficiently, and he's played mostly every game in the last 2 months, besides the back to backs, and he has been frying this month, like killing 40-point games, 30-point games every night. And he looks like an MVP type of player, like this month, and that's without that knee. So that, and then MPJ, which I think MPJ should have made it.
Hmm.
And I mean, he's averaging 26, 7, shooting 50, 40, 90, basically, like
Yeah.
close to it. He's playing good defense. And you could come to the conclusion because I don't think Cat should have been there because one thing about Cat, he's averaging 2011. He's in foul trouble every game. He's shooting his worst field goal percentage of his career, second worst of 3-point percentage since his rookie year. Um, he's just having a down year compared to his totals in like the last couple of years in his whole career. And I don't think he's been outperforming anybody, especially not Cat, MPJ, Brandon Ingram. So I don't like Cat being there. But I want to get to Pascal Siakam, who obviously is deserving to be there. But if you want to think about like winning or whatever, that does correlate to him and MPJ because they had the same record. Their teams had the same record. MPJ is averaging three more points, better efficiency. Pascal, yeah, he gets more rebounds, basically the same amount of assists. So I don't see why MPJ wasn't the nod, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's votes, but I think MPJ's having a career year. He should have been there. And then I would even take MPJ over Norm because I mean he's having a better year than Norm.
I don't know. I'm
So
gonna argue that one.
I would
Um,
take Brandon Ingram over Norm too. I mean, I think they're having better years than Norm Powell. So, but that's just my say. I don't think Cat should have been there, but in the East, since Giannis is hurt, Giannis will have a replacement. So it'll be
yeah.
nice to see who that replacement is. And I think they give to Nod. Well, it depends if they want to give the Nod Joel on the game threshold. But if not, I think you give the MPJ. And I wouldn't be mad about Brandon Ingram.
No, absolutely. I mean, those are some nice snubs. I mean, Joel not being on there is like automatically because of the game threshold. That's like, why
It's
that's
gotta be.
yeah. But Giannis being hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely see Brandon Ingram really sneaking into that spot for sure because he's having a great year. Like when he came since he's come to Toronto, he's been on a tear. He's been taking off, scoring out of his mind, actually feeling comfortable where he's at.
Yeah.
And he's staying healthy. I think that's the biggest thing. He's staying healthy, and I really like that for sure. The only thing with MPJ, I just don't see him making it just because of the record wise. That's the
But
only.
then that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard because then why did Pascal make it?
I mean, that is true too.
The
But I
Nets
think
have a better record.
do they?
Yeah, it's like the same record or Nets are one game better. Like
Mm,
that's the worst. You can't argue that.
well, maybe it has to do with politics. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I could.
because Pascal and MPJ, I think those are the only two you can argue really to like flip flop. I'm not mad at either or. I mean, Pascal's still having a cool year. He's still getting 20 points a game, shooting efficiently. MPJ is doing the same thing. I guess it just comes down to the popular vote as well.
I guess so.
Fans want to see Pascal in there more than they want to see MPJ. And I guess it also comes down to that USA versus world kind of format. So maybe MPGA just didn't make that, which I don't understand because there's a lot of American players, so I don't see why he couldn't sneak in to that result.
Yes, maybe he does for Giannis. Who knows?
Who knows, man? It's definitely going to be interesting how they play out that Giannis
But like the reserves for the East besides Cat,
yeah
someone I don't like.
cat isn't
But
in there at all.
let's
But
move on to the West. Move
yeah,
on to the West. You give
West
us a rundown.
yeah. So in the West we have Anthony Edwards from Minnesota, Kevin Durant, you already know Kevin Durant from Houston, Jamal Murray from Denver, Devin Booker from Phoenix, Chet Holmgren from OKC, LeBron James, LeBron James from the LA Lakers, and we have Denny from Portland. That's a certified lock in my opinion.
Okay. My opinion, I think Ant, KD, Book, Denny, and damn, who's the fifth one? Who's the one after KD? Oh,
Jamal,
Jamal Murray. Yeah. I think Ant, KD, Jamal, Denny. I think those are all locks. Who else left? Chet,
Chet, Braun.
Braun, and
You
one
said
more.
KD, Jamal, Booker, Chet, Braun, and Denny.
Okay. Yeah. I think the only two that are questionable is Chet and Braun. Uh, like I said earlier, though, with Jalen Duren, like number one seed should have two All Stars. So Chet, I'm not too mad about, but I mean he's playing great defense. I give him that. He's like 17 and 11. So I mean, many people have the argument right here about Chet or Alperen Sengun,
I was just about to say I
and
would
I
rather.
mean
Yeah,
Chet's averaging 21-9 and or Alperen Sengun's averaging 21-9 and 6 on 50% shooting, but he's averaging two and a half stocks. But the thing, I mean, thing with Chet, I mean, one, he's number one seed. He's a runner up or he's a runner for the DPOI award. I think that buys into a lot. I mean, he's definitely all star. Um, I think he's contributing a lot more to winning than Alperen Sengun is to his team. It's like Alperen Sengun over there. He's definitely behind Kevin Durant, but some nights he's behind Amin. And I personally don't like the way Alperen Sengun plays. Um,
I don't know
he
why.
I just don't like him. He flops too much. He flops too much. He's soft. Complains about every call. It's like not enjoyable to watch. But I mean, that doesn't matter from an entertainment standpoint, I guess. But I think that's why he didn't get a lot of votes or some votes. But then I want to take it up with Braun. Other snubs for the West, you have Kawhi Leonard, who is on a tear. Um, he has played 34 games, but Braun played 30. Braun's only played 30 games, so I'm gonna get to that in a second. But Kawhi averaging 28, 6, 4 on some of the most efficient shooting. He's having the best career or best year in like the last 5 years. And especially the last 2 months. Last month he's been tearing it up.
2 months he's been tearing it up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been tearing it up left and right. The Clippers are winning now. So I think Kawhi should have been in it for sure. I don't know how he didn't make it. We go over to his teammate James Harden, who's averaging 25, 5, and 8. James Harden should have made it too. Could have had a case. But I mean I like Kawhi over him for sure. And then the last snub for me is Lauri Markkinen. Now
Mm,
I understand. I'm not mad if you don't get him, but I mean him averaging 27, 7, 3. Uh, he's like torching your team every night, like 50-point games, 40-point games. He's
yeah.
playing great basketball. So I don't, but I mean the West is stacked. So
Yeah, I mean, great points there for sure. It just shows you how deep the West is and how much of a gauntlet the West is, man. Like I repeat that so many times, and it's just the truth, you know. Like there's so many great players out west, and looking at the list for the West reserves, you know, it's hard to even to remove any of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Chet and Braun, I can see, you know, getting substitute out for somebody else, in my opinion. Um, Speaking of the game threshold, if Joel Embiid can't make it because of that, I don't see how Braun made it because of that. We still didn't figure out what I did my research on what the game threshold was to qualify for the All-Star. I couldn't find anything, so I don't know what the qualifications are for that, for amount of games played that you have to play to make an All-Star. But I can definitely take Chet out and put Sangoon in. But like you said, you know, you're a number one seed. You obviously have to have two all stars. So it makes sense why Chet's in there. It's just, I don't personally see him as an all star this year. He's just doing great defensively. The biggest snub that you mentioned, definitely Kawhi. Definitely. Kawhi and James Harden. I feel like since it's in LA, especially it's at the Clippers arena. You know what I'm saying? It's not Staples, it's or crypto or whatever, you know, it's at the
saying to it, Dome.
yeah, exactly. And it's at the new dome. It's at their home. Why not have at least one of them, you know, in the All-Star game?
Yeah, there's always been a like whoever is the home team there always had the all star. Like when it was in Utah a couple years ago, Laurie was the player. Curry last year, Tyrese the other year. You
Yeah.
always have those guys. But I want to get back to that threshold, the game threshold. It's like, I mean, LeBron played a game, two more games than Joel. So no reason why Joel definitely should have made it. His numbers are ridiculous right now, especially how he's been playing the last 2 months. But I think that wants to shift the topic to USA versus World is the format, right?
Hmm.
If that's the format, why are we still doing East and West?
Facts.
Because if
Right.
we're doing East, because I think that causes a lot of controversy.
Hmm.
Because if you just get the 24 best All Stars or best players in the world,
Hmm.
regardless of conference, I think Kawhi definitely makes it. Like he makes it over Norman Powell for sure, right? Over Pascal. Look, I know you don't want to say it because Norman Powell deserves it, but he
Yeah.
makes he makes it over Norman Powell. He
Yeah.
makes it over Pascal. He makes it over Siakam. Joel, he makes it over Norman Powell. He makes it over Siakam, Cat. James Harden probably does too. Lauri Markkinen and Alfred Sengun, like certain guys in the West, just because they're so stacked, don't make it because of the East. And now it's a different format. If it was West versus East, okay, cool, I understand. But it's a whole different format. And I mean, I still we get the announcement in 2 days, like what the teams are going to be.
Yeah.
I saw it was like USA Stars and USA something else, and then international. I was like confused. So I want to figure out how they're going to have enough players for each team. Like if they don't have enough players for a team, are they going to like Kawhi Leonard? Come on, like
That's just like that's so dumb. they did this last year when they had this all-star tournament, and
Yeah,
it was three different teams or four different teams. One of them was like a G League team, and I was so confused on that whole format. It didn't make any sense to me.
makes no sense. But yeah, I mean, we're switching the format, I guess, for World USA. So I think you should get the 24 best players in the league. And those are your all stars. No
Yeah,
way Joel Embiid shouldn't be in the All-Star game.
yeah, no, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Kawhi. There's no way they shouldn't be in the All-Star game for sure. Especially
Like all
in performing, they're performing. They should
yeah,
be in it.
like all love the Norman Powell, all love the Pascal, all love the Cat. I can name six guys in the West who deserve it over them.
Yeah, I mean, I would take Cat and Pascal out and put someone else in there.
Like you could go Austin Reeves, averaging 28 and 7.
Yeah, make the game threshold. Man got hurt in like November.
Who cares about the threshold? He played 25 games. Braun played 30.
I don't even think he played 25, low key.
He played 24. But it's really confusing. I think they need to do a better job at the format and under or explaining it better,
Yeah.
getting the voting right.
If
So
they just keep it simple, I was fine with them just doing, the pickup basketball thing where you had two captains and then the two captains just, pick their team and we call it a damn day. You know what I'm
and
saying?
I like that. That was fun. Like East, you get your 15 East and West
Hmm.
because now it's 12.
Yeah.
So, but they lowered the All Star game. I feel like maybe it should be 13.
That's
Throw
what
one
I'm,
more in each side. Throw the
that's
captains up there,
that's why it doesn't make sense. Like
or just go East or just go back to East and West. I don't know what's wrong with East and West.
yeah. Yeah, I
So,
did. They're talking about because they want more viewership and they're trying to get, more people to watch the game and get
dude,
it
that 2016 All Star game was heat
right. I
in
mean,
Brooklyn. That was 2015. 2016 was Toronto. Heat, like, but
I think
they always got to change something.
I think it was Heat all the way up, after they stopped doing the pickup basketball and two captains, after they did that, after they completed that and they changed it from there, it's been, downhill, plummeted. Like I don't understand where they're trying to go and what direction they're going for this All-Star game. And they're
Kind of
trying
after they did that, after they kind of did that target score thing, where
yeah,
the year where Anthony Davis won on a free throw, no one liked that.
that was so stupid. That was so stupid. I don't know why they did it like that. Adam Silver doesn't give any answers. He just talks about money and viewership for the all
Yeah,
and making it more competitive. But it's like the All Star is going to be competitive, whether what doesn't matter what format you put it in. They're either going to be competitive or they're not going to be competitive. It's not like they're playing it like it's the NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? And it's not 2000s anymore, the early 2000s. So you just gotta take what you can get. But if you just keep it simple, East versus West. I think they would just be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just the All-Star game, it's everything else with the All-Star weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's not as popular as it was before. Skills challenge is not fun, really that much fun to watch. Three-point contest is like, it's kind of mid. You don't put the best three-point shooters in the contest. You just, put randoms in there. It's not as competitive. Steph and Clay and should be in there every year. Every year.
and dunk contest is not what it used to be.
Dunk
I
contest.
mean, Jackson Hayes got an East Bay, now he's in it.
Yeah.
Carter Bryant's in there. Carter Bryant didn't log minutes.
Yeah, I didn't see that man play at all season. I don't even know how he got a dunk contest call. Like,
Yeah, but we're gonna figure out. On Tuesday we figure out the teams and we get a more better explanation on the format. On Wednesday we figure out 3 point contest, everything that happening on Saturday, and Friday we got the celebrity game, which I'm actually gonna be watching for sure.
I'm ready for that. I want to see Shams.
I want to see Shams hoop.
I
I want
heard
to see
he
Shams hoop.
I heard he could hoop a little bit. I seen his jump.
I seen I want to see Shams hoop and I want to see who else is playing. I don't know who else is playing in the celebrity game, so we'll figure it out.
Oh, facts.
But I think that's it for the
Yeah,
reserves.
I
Props
was
to everybody who got their first All Star though.
yeah, props to everybody. Shout out to everybody. A few snubs that we mentioned. Kawhi and James Harden, I'm gonna repeat it until forever. They should be in the All-Star game. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We just maybe have to make a call to Adam Silver and
Yeah,
change it up or whatever. But guys, that is going to do it for another video of Behind the IQ. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. You already know what it is, man. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tune in to that next video, man. I'm your host, Chris. My co-host, Aaron. Yes, sir.